Hard AF Seltzer is now live in over 2,500 locations across the United States. We're now available in Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, North Carolina, Ohio, Idaho, Illinois, Michigan, Montana, Oregon, and Texas. Go to hardafseltzer.com today, click on the store locator, enter your city or zip, and find the nearest location closest to you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ross Patterson Revolution. Brought to you by OmahaSteaks.com. Oh, JB.
Oh.
What up, girl?
What up, dog?
We are brought to you by OmahaSteaks.com/smash right now. Order the Built for the Grill package, 16 free smash burgers delivered right to your house with your order. Let's go. Had them over the weekend.
Yes.
My God, I tore through some. I tore through a lot of those.
Yes.
That was one where I went back to the fridge later on in the evening. And
Is that what that was?
I ate them when you were sleeping.
Is that what that was?
Yeah, it's what that was. If you heard the fridge door opening, some rustling going on in there, that's exactly what that was.
Yeah, threw some smash burgers on the grill outside Blackstone.
Yeah.
Super quick.
African-American stone, thank you, but yes.
Yes, when you have, hangry husband, kids yelling for food.
Yep.
The quickness of making a smash burger is very important, and they were ready at a moment's notice.
Yes. Freezer to bun in 5 minutes. Let's go. New York is at the epicenter of everything right now. My God, dude, it's all going down in New York. I thought last night the city was going to burn to the ground, and maybe the trial of Diddy would be postponed due to the Knicks game last night.
Sure.
Man, I think it was Alex Monaco. Go to Alex Monaco, is a buddy of mine. Go to his Instagram. So he actually works for Madison Square Garden. He works for the MSG Network and does all their sports gambling over there. He walked out of the building last night. Go to his Instagram, and he goes, dude, this place is going to be madness. Like, as soon as the game was over, they were ready to burn it all down last night and was like, whoa, guys, you still have 5 more games to get to the finals. Let's chill out. Yeah, play that.
They're crying like
look at how happy Alex is.
Happened already.
I know, man. My God, look at how happy Alex is.
Or is it kind of like
he's usually miserable,
but or they kind of like, even if we just make it this far, this is amazing? Or
no,
okay,
they can smell it. They can smell it now. There's blood in the water, and they realize the Pacers are on the other side there, and they can win that series. Go ahead and press play on Alex here.
I don't even want to know how ballistic this is about to get. Oh, I'm jogging. Oh, you can't believe I'm jogging. Let's go.
Oh, God.
Wait, because you walk out and you're like, all right, cool, 20, 30, 40, 50. Oh, my God. There's 100,000 people magically gather. I mean, streets blocked off, all of it at Madison Square Garden. You've been there before.
Yeah.
Usually, cool, man. Gig is over, game is over, concert's over. Everybody kind of moves out in an orderly fashion. The beauty of New York is there's so many places to walk and streets to go down that you can get a cab,
Yeah, or literally
5,
just
6
walk
blocks
a couple
down.
blocks.
Yes, or go to a bar,
yeah.
go to that Hooters across the street there that I love, and do whatever you want. No, they were staying. And I was like, okay, guys, you still have 5 more wins to get to the finals. So maybe let's chill out. And after I watched the footage, I was like, oh, dude, if New York burns to the ground tonight, then do they postpone the Diddy trial?
No.
Jessie.
Oh, if it burns to the ground, I guess, yeah.
Yes. Yes, they do. Like, they would have to postpone it.
Or they would finally get their change of venue, which they're wanting.
Well, it's too late now. That change of venue would have already happened at this point.
If New York is burned down.
Oh, yes, you're right. Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying he's a powerful person. That's all.
Sure. She's not this powerful. Look, I used to like Diddy. I was going to say you used to love Diddy. I used to like Diddy. And even he's not powerful enough to burn down New York. I mean, nobody's been able to do it. Trump hasn't been able to do it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, nobody's burning down New York.
Right.
Nobody's burning down New York. But this trial is in full swing. We're getting robbed here. There's a couple executive orders I'd like to put on Trump's desk. One, let's televise this whole goddamn thing. Okay? I know what the rules are, and it's in a federal court and all that other stuff. I want that thrown out the window. I want to see this day by day, maybe in like a picture-in-picture on YouTube with the Karen Reed trial and the other guy up in Idaho. Like, let's go a cube there. Or a try, whatever Tetris thing they call it. Because they do have that option on YouTube TV.
Yeah, how do you watch the games? What is that?
Well, it depends on who is on, but you can go block of 2, block of 3, block of 4 if you want. Right now, we got 3 massive trials going on.
I know it's a good time for crime time.
Really is. It really is. But this one, obviously started yesterday and got real dark real fast there. Real dark real fast. And not because it was black people testifying. I know what you're thinking, Russ.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, and I didn't mean it like that. I just meant...
I didn't even think that.
Yeah, you should have, because they were definitely all black yesterday. So one of the first people up was a black dancer there who looked like Charlemagne the God's kind of distant cousin. And
is that Quincy there or Justin? Wait, who are these?
You've got the arrows. You've got the arrows where you need to be. So Justin's
I know, but
pointing
the dancer is who? Quincy?
I don't know.
Okay.
Because that's the thing is like we're not hearing a lot of names except for Cassie, which we'll get to here. But since you have a very popular crime show, I want to go through this jury selection. So
we did that already.
No, we didn't. We did the potentials. But then they got locked in.
Okay.
And I want to know if this is good or bad for him. I mean, at first glance, let's just start with the numbers. 8-4 dudes, women. I think that's a positive for him. I think if it was all women, I think that would be bad for him.
Yeah, depending on how you look at it.
I look at it like if we're going to have this defense that I'm just paying people to do weird sex shit and like, whatever, man, how I get down in the bedroom's how I get down.
Witch hunt. Yeah.
A dude is more than likely to side with you over 12 women.
For sure.
So I think that helps.
Yeah.
But I would imagine that goes into it, right? Even the numbers game of it?
The numbers game of it, yes, but they each have a certain amount of picks, right? And a certain amount of, like, dismissals. So... yeah, that's also part of being a good lawyer, too, is like knowing what to pick and who to dismiss and all of that. So, yeah, I think, do we know racially what we've got?
Yeah. I've got all of it for you here. So, jurors range in age from 30 to 74.
That 74-year-old's going to be hard to turn, I think.
Depends on who it is.
Depends on who it is.
If it's black, if it's a black guy at 74... like, you're still old enough to remember racial shit.
Okay.
So if you look at it like they're trying to take down a black man, he might be like, fuck it. That was the oldest lady, black woman, in the O.J. Simpson trial said, I don't give a fuck if he did it or not. I'm voting not guilty.
Okay.
So, yeah, I like that could tie into it. There is an average age of 52. Good or bad on that one?
It's his peers.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
His?
Yeah.
It's his
'Cause
peers.
he's in his early 50s, right?
Is that an actual or is that AI, that photo you got right there?
It's AI. I think it's AI.
Yeah, because I heard he's a lot grayer than that.
Yeah, I don't think that's real.
I think his hair's like longer too. The beard's longer.
Well, they said today or yesterday when it started, they trimmed him up. So last week, I guess, during jury selection, they did not, and then they cleaned him up. However, they did not color his hair and they went gray.
Right.
Which you said last week was...
I think a good thing.
A good thing.
So a jury of his peers, if this was as rampant and normal as as the prosecution or the defense is trying to say, then I guess an older dude would be able to corroborate.
Maybe.
If it really was just like so normal in the underbelly of the community, which is what they're trying to say.
Well, we'll get to the community now. So 5 of the jurors were from Manhattan,
Okay.
3 from the Bronx, and 4 of them from Westchester.
Okay.
Probably would have.
What's Westchester's tax bracket?
It
sounds-
financially, it's pretty high.
Oh, okay. Like it sounds nice,
Yeah,
but
it's
like
very nice.
you never know.
It's very nice. Westchester.
Yeah, like
very
Westchester,
nice.
right?
It's white and rich.
Okay.
Can we just say that? Mm-hmm. All right, because already
Same
did.
in Pennsylvania. Westchester's the
Wha-
nice
yeah,
Chester.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yep.
This appears to be downtown Westchester.
Beautiful. Yeah. Look,
So,
Boy,
I'll put it to this
what
way,
a
Jesse.
dream.
What a dump.
My rich ass
Yeah.
agent lives there,
Okay,
so fuck him. I don't care.
that makes sense.
Yeah, he's not doing the next book, so
Yeah.
I gotta get the rights back. So bang bang, you can't take any money from me, sir. Each juror has some kind of college degree, including 2 master's degree and 1 PhD.
that
Okay.
bodes poorly.
You think?
Yeah, I do
That
too.
bodes poorly.
That's what I think too. That's what I think too. I agree with Bob on this one.
Right. Where
For
like
Diddy, I mean, not
for
for
Diddy.
Yes, for
Diddy.
for Diddy.
Because they probably don't need hard evidence. They can probably go off of how they feel people should be treated, right?
And they're smart, man. I mean, you're not. I would want a bunch of dummies in there that I could fool.
So are all the people at Columbia.
Who?
They're smart.
Right, but they're not. According to these ages, they're not in this, so it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? So I think, me personally, you want a bunch of dummies like the OJ trial. Mm-hmm. All those dum-dums were just grateful to be there for 3 years, you know? Mm-hmm. Oh, I got nothing else to do with my life. Great. Send me money, and now I finally got entertainment for 3 years. I bet you they were fucking bored after that the rest of their lives.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that was as high as they could get for those dummies. The jurors work in a diverse array of fields with an architect, a scientist, a deli clerk, which that'd be a fun one, I think. I think that one's on your side.
That's your wild card.
Now, here's the weirdest one to me, because I don't know where this lands. A massage therapist. A lot of baby oil.
I think you know exactly where that lands.
Yeah.
You know where the oil is. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
This is the type of lady who's tired of Justin Tucker coming in.
Yep.
Then
Then there you go.
Or she's on the other side of it where she's like, yo,
just be a pro.
just be a pro. Just like, hey,
Yeah.
what you want
Is
to
it a
throw me
lady?
a hunch for a hand
Is it a lady?
hand job? Don't know.
Yeah, we're being sexist. you know.
Yeah, we no,
could
actually.
be
Oh, here we go. I got the ages. Let's go. Male, 69,
Okay.
massage therapist.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they got deep on this. Shit, let's get real deep today. He works as a massage therapist, has a BFA in acting, lives alone in Manhattan. Told the judge overseeing the case that an immediate family member was a victim of domestic violence, but that experience would not bias him as a juror.
Whoa. The prosecution got that one through.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure I could be unbiased. My sister was beaten violently
Yeah.
in a hotel room once, but I
Yeah.
feel like I'll be all
But-
right.
And
like-
let's bring up Cassie.
Yeah,
to
exactly. But
testify.
I didn't really get along with her, you know. Okay.
Next up, male, 31, investment analyst. Works as an investment analyst, lives in Manhattan, is an active member of his church. It's probably not great.
Yeesh.
While he vowed to be a fair juror, he flagged that he has a moral objection to capital punishment. He said he saw the video of Diddy assaulting his former girlfriend, Cassie, and is aware of the allegations against him. I don't know what to think of that one. An investment analyst?
He probably prides himself on being like an objective dude.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
At 31.
I'm only looking at the evidence and the numbers, baby.
Man, I'm here to
Hey.
I'm a peer. I'm a peer, you know?
Yeah, and me and Diddy.
Next up is a male, 51, who's a scientist, has a PhD in molecular biology, currently works as a scientist. He told the judge overseeing the case that he is vaguely aware vaguely of the allegations against Diddy based on news reports. A scientist? I don't know, man. I don't think you're convincing that guy.
Who's a scientist?
Follow the science.
That's
okay?
what I tell
Follow the science.
Jax. I'm like, don't worry about science.
Yeah, who's the scientist?
Have you ever met a scientist?
Yes, I have. And let's be honest. The ones that I have met and worked with on a current basis for Hard AF Seltzer
Oh, right.
drink all day. So it's not glamorous either, by the way, at all. When I saw Homeboy pull out that sofa bed to sleep before the next client got in, and I was like, and I go, oh man, you must have the best job ever. And he goes, he just in a horribly depressing voice, he just goes, no. And he goes, dude, I drink all day, and now after drinking 8% with you for 6 hours, I have to sleep before the next client comes in. And I was like, oh shit, I didn't even think about that.
Right.
So no, not a swell job. Now he makes a lot of money, this guy.
Yeah.
And his team. But as far as science goes, he's the only one I've met in that. And then I met a couple in Wilmington who were working on water and fluoride and like talking to them. And I went to that building. It was off of Masonboro Loop Road. It's hidden, by the way. And you got to drive back there. There's a gate that's like reminds me of like a military base checkpoint.
Oh, yeah.
And then you go in there and like all of them were cold, miserable. The floors felt empty and hollow. Like I was like, holy shit, you guys are all going to kill each other one day. Like it's a weird job for sure. Not one that I would recommend. Obviously we need these guys.
Sure.
I mean, holy shit. But as far as if I actually want to do that gig or have somebody else do it, no. Next up, female 30 deli clerk. She works as deli clerk. Doesn't watch the news and lives with her family in the Bronx. She said she enjoys listening to hip hop music and reggae. Well,
okay, there you go.
That could be a win for you.
Defense got that one.
Yeah, that could be a win for you. Next up is a female 42 nursing home aide. She works in a nursing home, lives in Manhattan, has 2 children, and prefers getting her news by word of mouth.
This is a win. It's a win for Diddy. She's going to absolutely empathize with beating people in a room they want to leave but never will be able to.
Sure.
She said she got a ticket 15 years ago for carrying an open container of alcohol and said she is generally familiar with the allegations against Diddy. So what does that put her at, 28?
Yeah, the nursing home
She parties
person and the massage therapist both have DUIs for sure.
She's gonna
at best.
She's just gonna sit there and be like, I get it. Sometimes these assholes just keep trying to leave the room, and eventually, it's like a parent with a toddler. Eventually, words do not work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it, Diddy.
Yeah.
I get it.
Now, this one is the most interesting one to me. Okay. This is wild. Male 41, okay, which that's his era. He's a clerk at a correctional facility, works as a clerk at a correctional facility, says he enjoys listening to 90s hip hop, and lives in the Bronx. Who is your favorite then?
You're right.
Without saying who your favorite was during that time. As it was all New York scene. So it was Diddy and
Jay-Z.
Biggie.
Oh.
Biggie. Jay-Z came later, but still, those are your dudes, man. Like, even if you throw in a Jay-Z there, great. They were best friends. So he said he was familiar with the basic allegations of the case, but his pre-existing knowledge would not prevent him from being a fair juror. He said he pleaded guilty to misdemeanor fraud after the medical practitioner he used after a car accident was accused of insurance fraud. He got a 1-year conditional discharge. Oh, this guy's all in. That's a win for Diddy then.
You can be a juror if you're a criminal?
It says he got a 1-year conditional discharge, so yeah.
Okay.
It's a misdemeanor.
Oh, okay.
Got a misdemeanor. Next one up, male, 68, retired. He's retired but used to work for a bank. Lives in Westchester, which we saw you, so that means he's probably white.
Sure.
Has adult children. He says he enjoys listening to Indian music and playing cricket and volleyball. Never mind.
He is
a rich
absolutely
Indian
not
doctor.
white.
Yeah, he's a rich Indian doctor.
Indian music.
Either way, and he loves cricket. Come on.
What in the fuck?
So that's a retired rich ass doctor who lives in Westchester, an Indian doctor. Like, that's it.
Who comes from the caste system. So
Sure does.
He's going to be pro Diddy.
Yeah. A woman steps out of line over in India, they get a little rap on the beak with a fucking magic carpet, dude.
For sure.
Yeah. Next up is male, 68, retired. He's a retired lineman for a telephone company who enjoys listening to classic rock. He lives with his family in Westchester. Said he was familiar with some of the names associated with the case because he watched Diddy's reality show, Making the Band. Oh, well, shit, dude. If you watch that, you're all in, dude. Dylon, go get me some Cambodian breast milk, dude, from over the bridge. Let's fucking go. All right. When it originally aired, despite having a distaste for looking at the violence on video, he said he did watch the Cassie Ventura assault video. He said, "I seen a video." Oof. They're not saying his race here, but we've already got it. I seen a video of Mr. Combs. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we know what this is, and it seems like this person was in the video, and harm was done to her on the video on TV. I don't exactly know what the reason why he was doing that, but I don't think it would impede me from making a decision as far as if he went any further with it or what. I didn't see too much of it. That's a wild one that they would let that guy stay. I mean, that's a pretty detailed statement there.
That he didn't see that much of it?
That he watched the video?
Yeah.
And to go into great detail like this? Like, that's pretty wild to me.
Yeah. I feel like everybody said they saw.
The
a
Cassie
couple
video?
people said they saw the video, but can stay impartial.
Okay. Female, next up, female 43, physician's assistant. She works as a physician's assistant, lives in Westchester with her family, listens to R&B and hip-hop. She's both a community-based organization for women in Harlem and a social justice public theater. All right. Look.
That's going to be a guilty.
You think so? In Harlem?
Yes.
He's the Harlem hero, though.
Social justice community theater is what's going to get me on.
Hang on, though.
And the women's center or
but
whatever.
She might say black people have been treated, unfairly and everything else. I don't know. That's a tough one. For me, at least. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, there's an underlying thing of a lot of these people are like going to pride themselves on being like, I have seen all this, but I'm going to look for, follow the rules and do this thing right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you have to think about that too. Like a deli clerk that's able to be like, I can
get you an Italian, and I can't give you that free bag of chips. I can't give you that free bag of salt and vinegar chips.
There's going to be a lot of people that this is their thing, a deli clerk, a massage therapist, that is like, I'm going to do this like the way that they tell me to do it. I'm going to be a really good juror, right?
Yeah.
So there's that aspect too.
Next up is this is a weird one. Male, 67, bank analyst. Works as an analyst for a bank, lives in Westchester, has 3 adult children, including one who works as a security guard. He said he once served on a jury for a criminal case in the Bronx, but the jury did not reach a verdict.
Okay.
So that means you were already on a jury, couldn't reach a verdict already.
So you're not really good.
No. Sorry. Like, if you couldn't reach a fucking verdict then...
You didn't do your job.
No, you didn't do your fucking job. So, yeah, that's probably a win for Diddy. Mm-hmm. Now, this one is all prosecution. Sorry. Female, 74, treatment coordinator. She works as a treatment coordinator for an organization dedicated to serving the disabled. Lives alone in Manhattan and enjoys classical music. She has a bachelor's degree in sociology. Sorry.
Oh, boy.
Sorry, that is all.
Sorry, that's going to be a
prosecution on
guilty.
that one. My God.
That's going to be a guilty.
Yeah, that is a white lady who lives with a cat at 74.
Right.
And
a real feminist,
that listens to classical music and has a bachelor's degree in sociology. Yeah. I mean, that is, Jesus Christ. She was probably appalled day one.
Yeah.
Homegirl got pissed in her mouth, which we'll get to. Mm-hmm. And then you got 6 alternates here. Look, I think in a case like this, we won't go through what they do right now, but I do think one or two of these guys will be dismissed, and here's why I say that. This is an unusual case where They're actually letting the jury go home every night instead of having them sequestered in a hotel.
Yeah, they're gonna do something.
I would watch
wrong.
everything I could about the case that I'm in. Like, wouldn't you? If you got to go home, the first thing you, like, let's say you were on this jury. First thing you step in the door, babe, what happened, dude? Is it this crazy? Like, what? How crazy was it? That's all I would do is talk to you about the case all night.
Right.
Like, that's wild to me. They're just letting them go home. Hey, go back to your families. Because now the families know. And they're watching this shit the same as we are, going, holy shit, my son, daughter, mother, whoever is in the Diddy trial. What happened?
Right.
Like, you got to know that answer. But yeah. Yeah, dude. So I'd say you got a pretty good shot at a hung jury here, just based on this.
Yeah.
So, yeah, not bad. First witness yesterday was a male dancer. I don't know why they called him dancer, because it was definitely prostitution. And they paid this guy, Cassie did. So the money came from Cassie, which obviously was probably given to her by Diddy. And they brought him up, said that she paid him thousands of dollars, and initially started dancing, and then they were going to have sex, which they ended up having sex. He would stand in the corner and masturbate the whole time, and then direct them like a film director, which, you know, a lot of people can appreciate that. One of the comments that he made out loud was, according to the male dancer / prostitute, was that Diddy said there was not enough baby oil on both of them.
Is there ever, though?
You know,
what I mean,
probably not.
And for a guy like Diddy,
But
as
when
we
you
know,
when
it's his
you
thing.
get your home rated and there's over 1,000 bottles of baby oil, how is there not enough at one of these houses? That's what I can't figure out.
I think there's a limit, right? Like you go to Jersey Mike's and they're just pouring on the oil and vinegar, and you're like, please, no more.
Yeah, oh yeah. You got to tap out at a certain point.
Yeah, you can't get
maybe
any traction at that point.
Yeah, I mean, you can't do anything.
You're just slipping all around the floor.
You're lucky to get anything in at that point.
Yeah, you're just like nothing's doing nothing. Yeah,
it's like Jelly Roll going down a slip and slide. It's, you know, you're just gonna be arms and legs.
it is all over.
You're lucky to see a face in there.
Yeah.
You know, lucky to see a face in there. My God, man.
Okay, and
then at one point, they were having too much sex, and he said, "Hey, you're going too fast. I need you to slow down." But he kind of officiated it like a referee. So he goes, "I need you guys to separate for a little bit, but then go back to fucking in front of me." Which is kind of like a Herb Dean thing, you know, of like, "Hey, dude, either we're fighting or you got to get up off the ground here at this point." So, you know, a lot of people say, "What's the harm in that?"
yeah, no crime so far.
Right. Then he testified that he was told to piss in her mouth, which she obliged and did. And then he started pissing in her mouth.
And he was told by
Diddy.
Puff Daddy.
Yeah. I mean, look, there's so many names.
What's
P. Diddy Love. What was the Love one for a while? That was a fun one. He's got a bunch of aliases, you know?
Yeah.
And, so he did tell her to tell him, the gentleman, to go ahead and urinate in her mouth.
Here are all his names according to a quick Google search.
Because I want to use like the older one.
Sure. Well, there's Puffy was his first nickname, used informally. Puff Daddy was his first stage name.
Okay.
Then P. Diddy.
Ah, that's right. I forgot about P. Diddy. Yeah.
Then Diddy.
Diddy, obviously, yeah.
Then Love.
Oh, thank you. There was the one. Love, yeah.
Then Brother Love.
Ah, Brother Love.
Brother
yes,
Love.
I was a big fan of Brother Love.
He changed his name legally, apparently, to Sean Love Combs.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
So he does believe in love.
Yeah.
He does believe in love. And then that was the first witness yesterday.
Was it ever Puffy Daddy?
No,
not Puffy Daddy. Okay.
No, it was never that, Jesse.
I might do that one.
I feel like he infringed upon Brother Love from wrestling as well. Yeah. So he
Oh,
probably couldn't
Brother
stick with
Love.
that.
Yeah. And me too. He probably had to get rid of that one. And then we've got some sponsors real quick that we'll read before we get into Cassie testifying today, because I was unaware that she was pregnant.
They want. They want the sponsors right now?
What's that?
Between the... Okay.
Look, guys, there's a lot
After
to
the
digest.
pee in the mouth.
There's
Okay.
a lot to digest. And
Speaking of
digesting, talking about omahasteaks.com/smash. Right now, you get 16 free smash burgers, and they're built for the grill package there. Man, they're tasty. And look, you work up an appetite doing certain things in this life.
swimming, running.
Yep.
Stuff like that.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Sex. You know,
Sure.
sometimes you get hungry there if you're
Yeah.
really working out.
Yeah.
And, you know,
And you
Omaha
need
Steaks
a
will fill you up. Yeah. Or
you work up smashing, right? So you work up an appetite smashing
smashing. Yeah,
the burgers.
exactly. Well, these are pre-smashed, so you don't have to do
Right.
that anymore.
Right.
Okay? People love smash burgers. The crispy, caramelized sear and the bold, beefy flavor. Make smash burgers at home without the hassle or mess with Omaha Steaks. All new smash burgers, 100% pre-smashed and 100% extra aged beef. So they won't fall apart when you flip them. And right now you get 16 free. The Built for the Grill pack at omahasteaks.com/smash. I'll admit it, I had four. I had four on Saturday night.
Whoa.
I had four on Saturday night, okay? It is what it is. I was so hungry, actually, to bring them out to the goddamn pool. I said, just put them on a plate. I'll eat them in the pool.
You're like, the filter's on. Just
Just
come
give me
on.
the goddamn...
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they were so good. And I could see them up there. I knew they were cooked to perfection. Give me the goddamn steaks. So, yeah, no griddle or cast iron pan required. They won't fall apart on the grill when you flip them. These burgers are made from 100% premium Omaha Steaks beef. And they're stylishly stackable, Jessie. They go from freezer to bun in just 5 minutes. That's actually true, by the way. We tested that out this weekend.
Yes.
Because we kept going through them. Family owned, over 100 years, since 1917. America's original butcher, Omaha Steaks. Get ready to smash expectations with new Omaha Steaks smash burgers. Visit omahasteaks.com/smash and order the Built for the Grill pack with 16 free smash burgers. That is 16 free Omaha Steaks smash burgers at omahasteaks.com/smash. See their site for details. Super easy. I just reordered after we ate them, tore them apart this weekend. So, yeah, dude, just go to the website. It rocks, man. I signed up for a subscription after that. I was like, cool, man. We're going to gun through these things, you know? We're going to gun through them. Next up, we got Liquid IV. I'm drinking it right now. LiquidIV.com. Let's go. Promo code Nooner is going to get you 20% off your first order. Yes, we use all the products. And this one is the empty one. What's this one? The energy one I had today? Boom. That's why it's green, dude. Daddy need a little pep in his step here today, this morning. Worked real late last night. Need a little pep in my step. Liquid IV's got everything. Energy. They just sent over some sleepy time ones, by the way.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I haven't had those ones yet, but they're there. And what are the kids getting right now? I saw you just get a huge order the other day.
Yeah, so I have to get their favorites for the two younger ones. They like a watermelon strawberry, and then Jack's, the older one, who's like, we're in 100-degree high-level soccer, so it is like every single thing he drinks: passion fruit, lemon lime, the popsicle.
Oh, that bomb pop?
Yeah, it's not called bomb pop, but the
'cause you're not
firecracker.
allowed.
Yeah,
You're not allowed to. Well, unless you license it from them. Smart move. No need on that one,
Yeah.
in my opinion. But
Tropical
yeah, because I'd
punch.
like to make that flavor of my own for Hard AF Seltzer.
Right.
I'm a big fan of it. That one goes down way too easy. I'll put it to you that way. Way too easy, Liquid IV. That pear one is fantastic. The acai berry, it's off the top of my dome here. The pina colada one fucks. That sherbet one, the new sherbet one is awesome as well.
Yeah, and that's sugar-free.
Yes, there's a
So
bunch that are
like,
sugar-free as well.
yeah.
So if you got kids, you want to give them sugar-free stuff, that's what we do. It's awesome. This will rehydrate you 3 times as quickly as just normal water. Just put one of these sticks, boom, right here in 16 ounces of water, and then you're good to go. And you're back at it, dude. Prepping for a big summer means planning to stay hydrated so you can get the most out of your body and live more during those warm summer months. We're here, dude. What's it supposed to hit? Triple dig today?
Yeah, today and
Hunch.
tomorrow. Yeah.
A hunch, brother. So, yeah, we got football all summer long for the kids, soccer all summer long for the kids here. And, yeah, dude, they're going to have to hydrate. So his daddy is going to be out on those fields as well. Visit liquidiv.com. Maximize your summer plans with sugar-free hydration featuring the new Raspberry Lemonade Hydration Multiplier. Get 20% off your first order with the promo code Nooners at checkout over there. True to this, dude. We've been doing this for 10 years, I think, now.
Yeah.
Not on the show, but in real life. And then I just called him and hit him up. Now, you wake up with Liquid IV, go 99 with Hard AF Seltzer. .com. Head on over there, click on the store locator and link, and find the closest location nearest you. People are finding these all over Pennsylvania. Please keep in mind, it takes 30 days to get into the store locator. So like right now, if you go to Idaho, all the Albertsons are up all over the state. So you can find every single Albertsons there, whatever's closest to you. Same with Montana, I believe, right now. And then Texas. However, when we get into new stores, though, I'll usually post it somewhere on our social media accounts. That way you guys know where to get them. But right now, the store locator is usually about 30 days off. Just because you're adding locations and then they got to update it and everything else. But it's pretty well stocked. I think we're in close to 5,000 locations, which is nuts. I know we're over 5,000 retailers at this point, which is bananas, dude. And the Penn State cans, everybody was asking if they're all over the state. Yes, they are. A listener found them somewhere deep in Pennsylvania last night and posted a picture. But if you're a Penn State fan, they're going to finish in my opinion, in the top 4 this year. So grab those while you can. And then I just got off the phone. We're making 19.2. So tall boys of the Penn State cans will be coming to Pennsylvania as well, along with green apple and I think blue raz in some other states. So looking forward to that. Go to hardafseltzer.com today. Support us and support the show by buying a 12-pack. Tennessee, though, is not on the board anymore. We grew out of that distributor, so we'll be getting a new one soon here, and that's what happens with the growth, man. We 3x'd over Q1 from last year to this year, so fucking A, dude. Let's go. And then shout out to everybody posting those videos. Homeboy went viral on TikTok, and the sorority girl started doing it with the watermelon Jolly Ranchers and all that other stuff, and I was just like, yeah. So it's been fun to watch. Don't recommend, though, shotgunning 4 at one time like that.
No.
That other guy did. One guy did just shotgun 4 of them the other day. So, yeah. I'm sure he went 9-9 real quick after that.
Yeah.
Now, Cassie, back to the trial here. She's preggers.
Yes.
Having a baby here in like 3 or 4 weeks.
Yes.
That's pretty wild that she got on the stand right now with all that's going on right there. I
You
probably would have said, hey, dude, the baby's coming like any day now. I'm not going to do this shit, but...
You can't say I'm not going to do this shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Even when you're that pregnant? 3 weeks away pregnant? Shit, dude. So do they have a shot of her walking in today? How big is she? And then whose baby is it?
8 months. Her husband's.
Oh, she's married.
Yeah, and she
I didn't know.
I think it's her third
husband?
kid.
With how many dads?
1.
Oh, just 1. Okay, good. So, because that's a quick turnaround. You get beaten, dragged down a fucking hallway, and then,
When was the beating?
5, I think 7, 8 years ago. Great pictures. Look at this courtroom picture. God damn it, dude. This was like a fucking alien there. Who's doing this? Why is there nobody that, like, you look at these photos in advance and then start picking people? And why is this still a job with AI? I don't understand it. And the look on Diddy's face, like he's smiling.
Yeah.
Is that true?
I'm sure. I guess he looked her up and down, was trying to make eye contact with her, and she didn't.
Really?
Yeah.
I always wondered about that. What happens there?
Yeah, I mean, you definitely try and, like, fuck with witnesses that are your biggest,
As I showed up
and then Diddy's family is there.
Well, we knew
kids
that.
and everything, and treating it like it's just a family get together.
Yeah, because
laughing,
the kids were there.
hanging out.
2 of the kids were at some of these parties, which is fucked up. So, like, yeah, dude. Yeah, they were just chilling, dude. Like, oh, yeah, man, everything's cool. By the way, it's only 5 counts. It's down to 5 counts now. Trafficking, I imagine, is probably the most serious, sex trafficking. But other than that, how long could he really get on this fucking thing?
They said life if he.
Oh, really?
If you get convicted on everything and everything's maximum sentence. And,
okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. But yeah, this photo right here, what the fuck is that? Oh, she looks like a Star Trek character.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a pregnant lady.
Yeah. I mean, 8 months.
Come on. Look at the shape of that stomach. I mean, that's weird, dude. Was she carrying fucking quadruplets?
Maybe,
that's
man.
nuts, dude. Is she going full quad there? She looks like they made her look like Octomom in this fucking picture.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, you can try to make eye contact and all that other shit. You can also do it at a deposition, which a lot of people don't know. I showed up at a couple, and the people were freaked the fuck out. And I just sat right in front of them. And I was like, what's up, dude? I'm here. Dead serious. And there's nothing they can do to stop you. In front of their lawyers and everything else. And it's great. Like, holy shit, were they shocked. So, yeah, I understand that. Him trying to say, hey, I'm here and I'll fucking kill you. I mean, he said that to her a million times, according to her.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right.
Also, are we rolling out that he's not paying off a juror?
The fact that they get to go home is eyebrow raising.
Yes. Yes, it is. And with a dude who is a billionaire and endless money and God knows how many fucking ties, especially in New York City, that change of venue might have benefited him and he doesn't know it. Well, I mean, he knows it now because you're going to be able to get to one of these motherfuckers. And that's all you need there. Unless they put you up on a retrial thing and you got to go through it again and then go back to prison. But I would imagine he would bond out at that point at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Depends. Weren't they not giving him bond?
Well, initially.
Yeah.
But if this is a hung jury, I think you've got every right to go back in there and be like, hey, dude, there's no reason I can't fucking bond out of this bullshit now. You know? So, I don't know. I am now leaning with you, by the way, after all this shit.
Of what?
You said not guilty, or not.
I didn't say not guilty. I said it's going to be.
Sorry, O.J. Simpson was not guilty. He was found not guilty.
I'm going to say hard evidence is going to be the key, and if they have it.
Okay.
Cassie said that she turned over laptops. They are supposedly going to be showing videos in the courtroom today or tomorrow.
Only to the jury. So
yeah.
She did not want the videos shown to anyone. She didn't want the videos shown at all. The judge said no. However, the judge said we will show them to the jurors privately, and the rest of the courtroom, reporters, Diddy, no one else will be able to see them except for the jury, which I find to be odd. So they're going to be wearing headphones as they watch these sex tapes in there. And yeah, that's pretty fucking wild to me.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Who knows what's on the fucking laptops? And by the way, why did she save him and why was she getting footage of him? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because one could argue from the defense side that, like, hey, she was gearing up to fucking set me up and take me down for years and years and years.
Possibly.
So, yeah, this is going to be a weird cross-examination, I think, for her. Is that going on right now? Are they done with her today, or?
I think I'm not. Let me see. It's live right now. I think they may be done or break or whatever, but she'll come back for cross tomorrow, right? Probably. They're not going to.
Bob, how does that work?
That's too in the weeds for me. I would be shocked if
you wouldn't
like this is like a key witness. I would be shocked if it was one day.
Yeah, they wouldn't do both. Both in one day.
Okay.
So, prosecution will probably rest end of day or even go into tomorrow, and then defense will have their shot.
All right.
Her, yeah.
Man, being on the stand though would be is a tough one, you know? Being on the stand is a rough one, and if you're not used to it and you're going against the best attorneys on the planet, which she is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of lean with you on this one. I think somehow, some way, he's going to get out of this. I really do. And I think that's going to be it.
Yeah.
But we'll see, dude. We'll see. What I will say is we had some fun in New York last night watching the game, and New York is the epicenter of the world right now. Man, little Chalamet, dude. Our boy.
Yeah.
You know?
Your boy.
Little Timmy, dude. Little Tim. Was it courtside last night because he's a diehard sports fan. Look at how happy he is.
Knicks in particular. I think Knicks is his number one.
They are,
Yeah.
because he's from New York. So he used to go to Knicks games as a kid. This is a dream come true for him. The Knicks have not made a finals in 25 years. So that's a long time.
It'll be
He was not even, was he born?
Yes.
Yeah.
Barely.
Was he two?
Barely, yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't remember it.
So it'll be 26 years coming up here pretty soon. And here's the weird thing. So obviously I was watching the game last night, had some money on it. It's mybookie.com. Promo code Drinkin Bros doubles that first deposit up to $1,000. Won all the things. I have it in Knicks money line last night, which is nice. Now, I don't think they would have won had Jason Tatum gotten hurt, but whatever. Things like that happen. But the Stars at, on the court side last night, it was fun. It reminded me of the old days of New York where you're like, oh, yeah, fuck, man. Remember this team used to be good?
Yeah.
26 years ago, we're finally seeing all the superstars. The two of them look genuinely happy, and the only thing I could think of is, man, the Kardashians, if they just would have married white this entire time, they could have avoided all that bullshit, you know?
Yes.
One of them's with Kanye, and then, how do you explain that to your kids of the Heil Hitler song that we played last week? What's that convo with your kids right now, and the swastika T-shirt and all that shit?
Yeah.
The other one was married to a literal crack addict, Lamar Odom, who OD'd at the Bunny Ranch with, 9? I think it was 8 or 9 prostitutes in the room with him. Mm-hmm. Now, luckily, they were all there because they were able to save his life.
Right.
And I'm not kidding. They called 911. And
yeah.
I can't believe he even lived, but he did. Who is the other one there? Travis Scott, the murderer. How many people did he kill in Houston? What was it, 12?
Oh, boy, a lot, including some kids.
A lot of, Kids were at that thing.
All crushed to death.
Yes. Chris Humphries turns out to be the good guy in this one,
Yeah.
The only problem he had was he bought too small of a ring at, 27 carats or whatever it was that she said that was too small for her?
Yeah.
Don't forget the brief Tyga.
Oh, my God, dude.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
Right.
Holy shit. How did I forget about that?
I think when she was kind of underage.
Which one?
I think Kylie.
Yeah. Probably. And then, dude, all of it. The mom. Who's the mom now? She's dating the black bodyguard or something?
Yes. Younger
yeah.
dude. Yeah.
Bruce just went back to Bruce, He
didn't go back to Bruce.
He did.
But
he has definitely gone back to Bruce, and there's been numerous jokes about it where he's just given up on the whole trans thing.
Dude, the
right.
The Tyga situation, I think he was about 24 and she was about 16.
Whoopsies. 16 is not the legal age of consent down there in California.
Even if it is.
Even if it is.
Good Lord.
We don't condone.
Man. It is what it is there on that one. A couple of crazy kids having fun.
Right.
Well, I'm kidding. But watching the two of them last night, I was just like, man, what if? Because the weird thing to me is, for real, they did seem genuinely happy. And dude, Chalamet was geeked out of his fucking mind that the Knicks were winning and everything else. And it was a great game.
Yeah.
And I just thought to myself, man, do you not look at her and say she's got 4 kids with Travis Scott? What is it? Is it 4? It's a lot.
I know, but also put back up the picture of them and her.
Who?
Chalamet and her courtside.
Right there. Go to that other one.
Right there.
Yeah.
No, this one's
That
good.
other one was shopped.
Do
Oh, it was?
you
Okay.
ever look? What are you asking? If he looks at her and thinks what?
No. Do you ever look at
You look at-
the Kardashians and say, man, if you guys just would have married white, you wouldn't have any problems at all, probably.
You're saying as Chalamet? He's
No. As the Kardashian family. Take Chalamet out of the picture. Right? So that looks just like a normal young couple having a good time in their 20s. And,
Mo problems, Mo ratings, though,
For The Kardashians?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Look, I'm sure Chris was amped about it.
You can't. They get famous off of problems.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Like they can't. What crazy thing are you going to be talking about with the Kardashians if Kim Kardashian is dating Glenn Powell?
You don't
Yeah.
think this
You know what I mean?
is
Like-
good enough though? Like Chalamet and Kylie Jenner
At
here.
this point,
No, because
maybe,
we're
but-
all like bored of it already.
I wasn't bored of it. I watched it last night. I wasn't bored of seeing
but
them.
you're
I was
not
like,
gonna
great.
watch a
She's-
reality
she's
show.
really
of that.
hot.
Yeah, but they're all billionaires now, and I don't think they're doing the show
Yeah,
anymore.
that doesn't matter
Yeah.
now, but it mattered then. They weren't that big. Chris Humphries, that is a role player in the NBA, and they put that wedding on E. They weren't that big yet. They were just the reality show. They hadn't escaped that fucking egg. They hadn't cracked out of it and grown wings and flown.
What do you think? In all sincerity, if you sat them down now and say, "Hey, looking back on your life, do you wish was it worth it?" What do you think the answer would be?
Was it worth it?
Yeah. What do
I
you
think
think?
probably Kim.
They would spell the answer
Yes.
on the floor in $100 bills.
They would be like,
You think so?
they'd be like, "Who are you? No, did we have a meeting? Mom, did we have a meeting with this guy? He wants to know if it was worth it.
Yeah.
I don't have the meeting on the calendar. Why didn't you fucking put it on the calendar? You know,
Oh,
they're
that's
not.
great. I wonder.
Sorry.
I wonder if you actually like that. By the way, if they were to ever come on the show, any of them, I would ask that exact question. Like, looking back at it, was it all worth it? You know, was it really worth it?
Well, talk to Ari. See if he can.
No.
0.0000000%
0.0000 chance that
podcast.
this conversation will ever happen.
No.
But
By the way, if I ran into him, I would ask. Hey, was it worth it by any chance?
Right.
Just looking at it. It's
The
just
only-
us. There's nobody else here. Can I just have this one answer?
The only person who would say no for any of it is Kim with Kanye.
yeah,
That
I
was
think
a
she's
bit-
kind
You
of
don't
like,
think Lamar Odom with Chloe?
Yeah, that was worth it.
You think so?
yeah, she's been like, she was a hero from that.
Yeah, that was worth it.
That's worth it for
And
her.
also-
Oh,
They
because she was able to pull herself up by her boob
yeah, well,
straps.
she left him, still helped him, like, you know, didn't have kids with him, like, you know, continues to help him if he goes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She definitely, that one was 100% worth
And
it.
also no kids, right?
Yeah, no
See,
kids
that's
with
what
him.
The Kanye thing is what makes
Yes.
it not worth it, is that it's like, dude, like those kids are, like their father's insane. Like,
Right.
like a bad person, insane.
Yes, like, I think that's the one thing that they're all like, Kim, you fucking went too far with this one. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're all supposed to kind of have like these annoying exes, but we all still have each other as a family and everything's fine. But it's like, you really went.
Wow. Yeah.
You went too far with this one.
Yeah. I don't know. I think they would all, except for who's the tall one? She's not married yet or hasn't had any fucking scandals.
Wait, is that the one that
What's her
Kendall.
fucking
Travis
name?
Barker
Kendall,
now?
yeah.
Oh, Kendall, yeah.
Kendall, yeah. Yeah. I mean, look at, that's a great example. I'm glad you brought that up. I think they look fucking weird together, but whatever, man. Love is love, and often it's blind, according to Netflix. Mm-hmm. I look at them and how happy they genuinely seem, and then like last night's game, looking at them, and it's just like, all right, yeah. I mean, that's what probably would have happened with your life.
Yeah.
So, I bet you if you asked each, and they were like, yeah, man, I wish all that fucking
But
shit.
the thing with the Jenners specifically, though, is they're really young. So they just got their fuckboys out of the way.
But they had kids is the problem.
One of them had kids.
One of them.
Is
Yeah.
Chalamet raising these goddamn kids?
I
Like,
think
what's,
he's,
No,
what's
yeah,
happening?
and
he's involved in their lives a decent bit.
Are you serious?
But he doesn't.
Is that confirmed?
Yeah, we talked about this before.
Yeah, we've talked about it before,
I
but
forget
he
the answer, forgive
doesn't
me.
want it does not want to be on the show or featured. So it just has to be like in
Because the show's still going on?
yeah.
Fucking A, dude. Why?
Hulu.
Why?
Could you keep your base?
Why
No,
not?
no,
you keep
base.
that.
no.
You could
You
keep
have $1
that
billion
small
apiece.
Base.
I know,
you
they
keep
need to be-
clips.
Come on,
should
guys.
retire. It's-
Come on, guys. Like, they have $1
insane.
billion apiece. This
I
is
know.
dumb.
Well,
This
it's
is so
boring
fucking
and
dumb.
nobody's watching, but they're
I would
doing
do,
it.
even if we made $1 billion off a Hard AF Seltzer, I would still do podcasts just because I enjoy it.
Right.
But a reality show, I even said this to you last night. We were sitting there watching TV. I go, could you imagine after a long day of whatever, right? Cameras are, okay. Oh, so we were talking about we were watching the Paul Brothers
Right.
reality show, which I really like, by the way. Could you imagine after all the work that we do, going home and then there's just still cameras in your face of like, hey, oh, you're taking off your makeup and eating fucking, food on the couch, and it's just like there's a fucking camera jammed in your face? I would blow my brains out.
Well, I wouldn't be doing that, but yeah.
You at a certain point though, you would, I guess, forget that they were there. I don't know, but God damn it, no, I would want to blow my brains out.
Right.
Even with the Paul brothers, I'm like, you guys
That'd
are
be good
so
ratings
rich.
if you blew your brains out, though.
Well, and one of them might. I have a feeling one of them might. I think it's the younger one. If my money's going on somebody on my bookie, it's probably Jake. Just a guess.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Just a guess. But little did you know, by the way, you gave me the best segue of all time, and I loved it. Repeat what you said if I walked up to the Kardashians.
If you walked up to the Kardashians, they would be like, do we have a meeting?
Who are you?
Who are you? Do we have a meeting with this guy, Mom?
Yeah.
Who is this? Yeah. Why is he asking me like really deep questions without even saying hi?
Now, which Kardashian would you say that about?
That is talking like that?
Yeah.
Kim.
Okay, Kim. Okay,
Yeah.
great. Is Kim more famous than the President of the United States?
Not Trump, but usually yes.
Biden?
Yes, usually yes, but not with Trump.
Probably not Obama.
No.
Yeah. No, I'm glad you guys said this, okay? Because there's a book coming out today, which Dan and I will discuss later on the show. Jake Tapper wrote it about the media covering up for Biden and everything else. Now, everybody else is kind of opening up the floodgates here about what was actually going on with Biden and everything else. Mm-hmm. This story I love because it's George Clooney and that fucking fundraiser. That I love so much. So this was the one that he raised $30 million for and ended up writing an op-ed piece 3 weeks later after that saying, you got to get the fuck out of here. Apparently, it's because George Clooney was pissed off that Biden didn't know who he was.
Yes.
And he said, hi, Mr. President. Clooney said. President replied, how are you? Not bad.
Right.
Not bad. Biden off
how
the
are
cuff.
You, Jack?
Yeah. Clooney said, how was your trip? And he said, it was fine. It seemed clear that the president had not recognized Clooney, and it was not okay. Recalled a Hollywood VIP who had witnessed this moment. That thing, the moment where you recognize someone you know, especially a famous person, who's doing a fucking fundraiser for you.
And longtime supporter.
And it was delayed. It was uncomfortable. George Clooney, an aide clarified for the president, to which Biden replied, oh, yeah. Hi, George. To his face.
And George was like, oh, no.
Clooney was shaken to his core. The president hadn't recognized him, a man that he had known for years. Clooney had expressed concern about Biden's health before. Oh, yeah? Why'd you still go along with a fundraiser? According to the White House aide, it told him a few months before they were working on getting the president to take longer steps when he walked. Oh, my fucking God.
Yeah, the shorter step was the shuffle was really giving him away.
They were giving him walking lessons?
Yeah, but even these people that are coming out and writing these books, this is the second one now, they're the ones that were covering it up.
Totally. And if Clooney himself, and I have no reason not to believe this story or else he'd fucking sue.
But they're acting like we're exposing it, and it's like, no, you're exposing how shitty you were.
Right. If you knew this months before the fundraiser, why would you have it, drag $30 million of money out of people, and then just say, nah, fuck off, dude. I'm just going to bury you now that you didn't realize who I was and everything else. Also, you were trying to coach him on how to walk and take longer strides to make it look like you were well enough to be president of the United States. Mm-hmm. Holy shit, dude. Holy fucking shit.
But, we knew all of that.
No.
It's just
I actually didn't. Like, I'm actually stunned by this. Like, for real. You're giving somebody walking lessons months before, and then you're comfortable enough to have a fundraiser at your fucking house to raise $30 million for somebody to be a fake president?
George Clooney wasn't giving him walking lessons.
No, he said he expressed concerns for this.
Jake Tapper, who wrote the book, right?
Right. But he said that, no, Clooney himself had expressed concerns about Biden's health, and then the White House aide had told him they were working on getting his steps longer at the White House.
Oh,
like,
okay.
I don't even know what that process. It's like, is it like rehab?
Yeah, kind of.
Do you go on a treadmill?
Treadmill, or those like bars that you walk along?
That's what I had to do when I got to the hospital. Yeah. You think I should have been president after that? No, I shouldn't have.
No, or before.
So, holy.
What?
True. Very true.
But like,
On all accounts.
listen. If you're going to be honest, you have to be honest.
Yeah, 100%. I shouldn't be president of the United
or
States.
Or Biden, or what? What I mean? It's like, no.
Totally. But man, reading that.
Yeah, but I just think it's...
I wish we had video of that footage of like...
Of them teaching him how to walk.
Well, and then him and Clooney and that whole interaction there together. God damn it, that would have been priceless.
Nobody has video of that.
No one has video
People have video of everything.
Nobody not recognizing George Clooney. My God, dude. That'd be the funniest
And George Clooney
shit
is
of all
like
time.
Kind of a dick too, so like I'm sure he was just like, what the fuck? Fuck this motherfucker. He was like done for the rest of the night and then was like wrote the op-ed.
So good. It's just
Had
so good.
he recognized him and like fangirled all over him, I don't think he would have written that.
Man.
Even if he was being weird, as long as he like recognized him and knew how big of a star George Clooney was, I think that op-ed would not have been written. You mess with an actor's ego.
Yeah.
Whoa, bro.
Yeah.
You're getting taken down.
Somebody who's so involved in politics that... do you remember... I've brought this story up in the past. Do you remember when him and Matt Damon went in and bought that satellite so they could watch footage from space of the Darfur situation? And they said they would just sit around and watch it all. Like, Clooney was just addicted to it. And he would just sit around and watch it all night like it was fucking pay-per-view. Like it was UFC pay-per-view. Yeah. And they just said, man, I guess Matt Damon was just like, man, you're way too in. I gotta get the fuck out of here, bro. Like you're just literally spending every night watching this footage from this satellite that they had purchased. Now, if you think I'm totally gonna shit on him, no. If I could be rich enough to do shit like that, I would do it just for other reasons, obviously.
Yeah, not
like,
space.
It wouldn't bother me. No,
Yeah.
the space thing would rock. But like, yeah, dude, I want to go up there like Gayle King and Katy Perry. I want to have my moment.
Oh, for sure.
That
will be available commercially at a certain point.
I don't think I'll be. I think I'd have to be rich enough to do it. I don't think it's going to be for like every fucking Tom, Dick, and Harry.
No, but it'll be like a private jet. You know what I mean? Where like.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still hard to get to. That level is hard to achieve. So,
okay,
you hope you get there, but you don't know.
Sure.
But Clooney was there, and he was able to buy a satellite and put it in space for Darfur, which you never hear about that anymore. He kind of just shut the fuck up about that and just let that be. Did that situation just fix itself?
Yeah, it's perfect there now.
Is it? Okay, Holloway's off camera and says it's perfect there. So yeah, Sudan is doing great, and yeah, so all right, they fixed it apparently, and that's great. And I'm amped about that. But, yeah, he definitely was pissed off that he was unrecognized. For sure.
That was it.
And he was hosting the fucking fundraiser.
Whole thing.
Yeah.
Right there, he lost it.
Yep, sure did.
Even if he was like walking around and being a little bit weird, Clooney would have been like, oh, he's old, it's fine. But he's a big Clooney fan, you know what I mean? So he's got my vote. But that right there,
that video footage would be amazing. Absolutely fucking
and just
amazing.
seeing it on Clooney's face, any actor's face really,
Yeah.
when they're not recognized or not given like whatever they're deserved, that slow kind of draining of everything that is your soul, which is other people telling you that you're awesome.
I know.
And he just kind of like, kink, kink, kink. He glitches out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would have been awesome.
The one story that I heard that I loved, which I wish there was video footage of that, was Bert Kreischer. Bert Kreischer was at a bar, and I guess Post Malone came up to him and was just like, hey, man, huge fan or whatever. And he's like, oh, cool, man. Nice to meet you. And awesome, man. Yeah, man, maybe we'll have a shot later or something. Went back to the table, and he goes, he's like, Post Malone just kind of stared at me.
Right.
And he goes, look, there's a lot of people on this planet that are famous. And he goes, but there's not a lot that have their faces tattooed from head to toe.
Yeah, sure. Grill, fucking chainsaw on the side of your head. That voice alone, like, if you don't recognize Post Malone, you do not live in the world.
And it's a really funny story. So I guess he went back to the table with a buddy of his, who's just like, hey, man.
So
like,
that was
Post Malone that you just blew off right there. And he goes, what the fuck? And I guess his buddy was like, but also, is there anyone else on this earth that looks like Post Malone in a bar, like at a random bar? No. So you should probably, and he goes, so he went out, I guess he went out.
Bert Kreischer also has like college-age kids.
Yeah, like he's older.
Yeah.
And
But that means he would be more aware
No shit.
of Post Malone than
he knows Post Malone. I think he just
No, he said, dude, in the
he was
moment.
wasted. Maybe.
No, he just said in the moment. He goes, dude, I can't believe it. He goes, I felt so stupid. And
Oh,
he goes,
Bert told this story.
Bert did, yeah.
Oh, he.
And he goes, dude, I felt so dumb.
Bert
and embarrassed."
exaggerates.
And whatever, man. But still, you feel that dumb and embarrassed that you don't recognize Post Malone. Like, it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
So that would have been a good one too. Now the one that was completely unrecognizable last night was Nick Cage. Nick Cage, the Cage-assance is back. Are we calling it Nick-assance? Or is that too close to sounding racist?
I don't know if it is even anything right now. I mean, he has been for a while.
I feel like it. But then it kind of slowed down. The momentum slowed down. I wasn't sure what was going to happen. Turns out he's been filming the whole time. And he's doing a series for Amazon. Bob, pull this up. He's playing Spider-Man.
This isn't going to be a seance either.
I don't know, man. I watched the trailer. We can't watch it today because we're on YouTube and YouTube sucks. But
Nicolas Cage has been doing some amazing shit.
No shit.
That has not gotten anything. So I don't know.
So I watched I hate Spider-Man. We all know I hate the make-em-ups. But I love Nick Cage, and I watched this trailer. So there's going to be a live-action version. So it's him. Like, he's in it. And it looked really fucking cool. And I was surprised that Amazon would do something like that, or any network, I guess.
Spider-Man
would do anything like this. Because we're in the middle of this now with Netflix. And it's not like he listens to the show, so I don't give a fuck. But
Nick Cage has already done superhero movies.
He has?
Yeah, Ghost Rider. He fucking is.
I didn't even know Ghost Rider was a real thing. So that's fun.
Anything that, like, we would know.
You ever see Kick-Ass? Makes fun of superhero movies. So.
Kick-Ass. Yeah, I saw Kick-Ass.
Sure.
He's in that.
Okay. But is it a
that
superhero
Marvel?
movie? Oh, no, shit. They brought him back to play, I was with my kids to see one, the Doctor Strange movie. They brought him back to play Superman in a flashback, or maybe that was The Flash.
It was The Flash.
The Flash, yeah. And I was like, oh, fuck, Nick Cage, dude, is Superman. All right, cool.
But he essentially plays Batman kind of in Kick-Ass, like a spoof of Batman.
Yeah. So, but going through these pitch meetings and everything else, because we're currently involved in one right now, I just wonder, and you and I were talking about this last night, is like, do you go in there and say, hey, so I've got this really cool, like, crime thriller police noir thing from, like, the 50s. It's going to be all in black and white. And then the studio was like, can it be Spider-Man instead?
If you incorporate Spider-Man into your artistic noir film, we can probably sell it.
Right?
Yeah.
That's how it goes. That's the only way you can
That's
make
how it
the
goes.
Maltese Falcon
But
or something.
can you make it Spider-Man?
I know.
Yeah.
I know. And then today, Bob, we're going to test this in real time here, like the jury thing, okay? Because it's not like they watch the goddamn show, so it doesn't really matter. So I was talking with Holloway about this maybe 3 days ago, last Friday. We've got, so Netflix is everybody's love Street Gonzo. It's got to go through one more guy. Pull him up here because it's now at the head of comedy. And I just want to gauge a reaction on this. I did this to Gary last night
Okay.
in the studio.
Of like,
Who the guy is.
okay.
And whether or not they're going to get it or not. What's his name? Andy, last name Wheel, Weil. That's who it is. Just type in Netflix exec. Let's see what he looks like. Because with a shot pilot, which is what it is, and if you guys are on Patreon, Dream Bros Podcast Patreon, I think we showed you, as we wanted you guys to be a part of the process over there. I showed you the last cut. I'll put the other cut up after this. So the fate of the series now rests in this man's hands right here. What do you think there for Street Gonzo?
I think he would get it.
He might get down.
He looks like he's like
so.
comedy nerd, maybe like
so
those
he is,
people
he
that
is
like.
actually the head of comedy at Netflix. So it's got to go. You got to weave your way through all these people, and so
Does he do the specials then too, like a Tim Dillon?
He's the head of comedy. So
they're letting anybody. Yeah, they're letting anybody in.
Tires.
I hope so.
He's one of the guys that defended Chappelle.
Yeah.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, I think.
Holloway saying off camera he's one of the guys that defended Chappelle. Okay, cool. Good. Good. Okay, good.
Okay,
Yeah.
well,
I imagine he's got kind of like a Saget vibe to him.
I hope so. Yeah, I hope he's slyly funny there. So we'll see. But that's where we're at with it. We got a bunch of messages about like what's going on with it. All this shit takes forever. Like Tom Segura's show just dropped last night.
Right.
2 years. Like that. It is. I've sold. Let's see. Total of 8. 2 of them I passed off. 6 of them I actually had to do on a daily basis, but television show wise. And yeah, dude, each one is about 2 years from like pitch to actual screen. So that's correct. But I figured somebody like Tom Segura would be able to skip the line, and even he wasn't able to. So
Also, I was correct. Segura's show is like independent. Each episode is just its own thing.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. There's no like
Interesting.
byline through it.
Okay, serialized. Okay.
There's no through line.
Yeah, it's kind of just like sketches.
Sketches of his worst thoughts? Okay. Well, hey, we'll watch it tonight and report back to you on Thursday. Interesting concept.
At least that's
Bad
what
Thoughts.
I was told, yeah.
It's called Bad Thoughts, and it's airing on Netflix. It dropped at like 12:01 last night. I didn't want to watch it without you. I was up late, so I was like, hey, I'm gonna hold off on this when you were going to bed. But all right, so I'll watch that tonight and then kind of compare it because let's face it, Street Gonzo is fucking crazy as shit. That's a real person, though. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
we'll see. So we'll
Yeah.
see. The fate is in Andy Wheel's hand right now. And,
I think
and we'll see.
I think he gets it.
I think so. I hope so.
It seems like again the stuff we've been
Be dope.
seeing, Attires, Tim Dillon's comedy. You know, like I think he's like, let's fucking go. He's old school comedy nerd,
Okay.
and despite what he may think, he's like, I can't police it in that way. It's just got to be good. People
hope
have
so.
to like it, and it's content, and it's timing.
Yeah. 100%.
Content, timing, this guy, whatever.
And
if
I
there's a
think-
slot, if there's a thing, if there's a whatever, let's go.
Because the pitch was, because by the way, I put some producers and everything together and all that other stuff, who are Democrat actually, and
Yeah.
the pitch was, hey, dude, the reason why Democrats are losing elections and everything else is like you missed out on the podcast phase. These are real people that are out in the streets. You're going to get real answers on everything. And shit, we even did a segment last week on fake news where they were talking about the political meme ban in Texas. That's going on right now and how everybody feels about it. And one guy just straight up goes, man, the fucking Jews, you know?
Sure.
And it was just, and that's just a normal dude on the street. And like, I think that perspective, or that's, the perspective of like normal people on the street, in today's world, is worth a lot. So yeah. All right, we'll see. We'll find out. But that's where we are with it. We're getting a ton of messages about it, and obviously let everybody at the company know beforehand. But I wanted your thoughts here, and it's not like they watch this goddamn show, so it doesn't matter anyways. You know.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I think if they're going to pick up one off the network podcast, it would probably be yours. You know, that you could really infiltrate and pop in footage, licensing, all that other shit.
I'd probably say
have a
more
hot blonde
fucked up shit.
wife on there. Yeah, dude, but
Than
you're gaining
Gonzo.
steam with like fucking moms, dude, and I'm seeing it everywhere. And like even my mom, Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
She's our biggest fan.
But
Which is, like, great.
Here's the thing: she never told me, so like I didn't know.
Because I think it's people's little dirty secret. And I like that.
But I'm hearing it from all
I
the
wanna be
moms
people's
of the
little
kids that I
dirty
coach,
secrets,
and I'm
yeah.
like, they're like, "Hey man, I love your well, they don't say "Hey man" because it's moms, but they're like, "Hey, I love your wife's show," and I was like,
Yeah.
you don't have to whisper it, we can."
There was some guy in here, one of your guys' fans, that was like, I show it to every girl I date.
There you go.
I go, well, how many How many of you showed it to then? Like, how many fans have you gained? How many listeners have I gained from you? He's like, a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah. And it was one of the first shows we moved over to Spotify, so you can watch all the videos there. Download the Spotify app on your television, your smart TV. The footage and the quality of the videos is absolutely insane. Now, we cock teased this in the past about putting some other shows on there from the network, and I can confirm, yes, we're going to do that deal with Spotify and start shifting some videos over there as well for everybody on the network. And had a conversation with those guys last night. The quality is amazing. The ads are inobtrusive. Like, I heard about the YouTube bullshit from you guys. Like, they're pumping in, I don't know, 50 fucking ads, I guess. We're not seeing any of that goddamn money. So, like, I don't give a shit about this. And then they're completely throttled the channel altogether. We had 51 subscribers in the last month.
Wow.
For shows this big, and that's stupid, dude.
Right.
Like, so... Fuck them. Don't really care because there's so many avenues out there. And then also Netflix is looking at video podcasts as well. That's why I said, I think yours in particular, if you could cut in that footage and get somebody to license it, because they have their own fucking team of what I found out during this process with Street Gonzo is they have their own team of editors over there who only do crime. So it's a whole fucking floor of crime editors across the board. And I was like, God damn. I was like, is it making that much money? And they were like, yeah.
Yes.
I was like, okay.
Yes.
All I need is an 8-ball and $2 million, Eli.
It's Tangus, damn it.
Tangus, God damn it. So, yeah, if you go to Spotify right now, it's free. Just download that app and then pop it up and then pop on Crime Corner. The quality's insane. And then Drinkin' Bros, Ross Patterson Revolution, and Sports, Rob O'Neill, everybody. I think we're heading over there very, very quickly. So that'll be fun as well. Not that it still won't be available on YouTube, because it will. We're just not getting any money or followers from it, so it's like, whatever, dude. Yeah, but we'll still put it up for the people. I'll put these goddamn shows anywhere you want, dude. If I could put them on toilets, truck stop toilets on the back of a thing, like you close the door and it's like, hey, do you want to watch something for free? Cool, man. I'll put
like
it there.
that YouTube album.
Yeah,
if we could
let's not go that far. Jessie.
I'm just saying, if you know. If we were like, we know you want it, here you go.
I'm not going to go that far.
You're welcome, everyone.
I think you pushed it. Now we got to get off air, okay?
All right. Well,
now we're going to get out of here because you pushed it.
As usual.
You pushed me, all right? You pushed me down the hallway like Diddy.
As usual.
Appreciate you tuning in, kids. Go to iTunes, rate the show a 5-star, and leave a quick review. Also, head on over to Spotify. It's just a 5-star, and you can walk away. For Jessie Wiseman, a.k.a. the Jables and Ross Patterson, this is the Revolucion. Buenos tardes, everyone.
Good afternoon.